So, why haven't I been posting on Instagram? I've been getting a lot of questions from people in the community. It's been about a year, and I wanted to do this video to sit down with you guys and share exactly why that is. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Chica, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to sit down with you guys and get real. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about me and just my presence online. If you've recently been following me on YouTube, hello, hi, welcome. And on this channel, we talk about all things consciousness, and I love it. I really do love this family. That being said, there's a part of my story that I want to share with you guys, and that's specifically on why I stopped posting on Instagram for basically a year. And I want to just sit down and get real with you guys. So get your snacks, get some tea, let's sit, let's get to know each other. And I'm hoping that my story could actually influence and impact you through my eyes, through my perspective, and hopefully get you a little bit of an understanding of the social media world as well, and why it's so important for us to be conscious beings. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do videos every single week for you amazing, beautiful souls, and to be part of the energy of supporting 1 million souls here on this channel. And today's subscriber of the day is Cameron. Thank you so much for being part of this family. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you guys. Let's get into the video. So the first thing is, I've actually been on social media for quite a while, for many years. For those who don't know, I started being in the nonprofit and fashion industry. And then basically, if you haven't heard that story, I'll link it up here, what made me want to get into energy healing. But it was a huge shift. Like, it's not something that I planned. It wasn't something that I was like, I'm gonna go into this space. It's something that intuitively the universe knew that I was supposed to do. And I feel like this is something that a lot of us, when we're going through so many changes in our life, we try to make reasoning to why things are happening the way they are. And I can say out of experience that, you know, me not posting on Instagram was a lot to do with what was going on behind everything. So basically, long story short, what happened was that about last year, around Christmas time, I was just feeling super wanting the need to do more shadow work. Now, I've always been quite tapped in. I used to do card readings for over 4 years before even December last year, 2019. I just didn't offer it to people because I didn't feel like it was something that I would go down that venture, or I just didn't feel like that was a place where I would be. I thought I would be like in, you know, an influencer and content creator, which I feel like more of an educator now, and I'll explain that now in a bit. Anyways, so I actually ended up doing my Reiki attunements, and the day that I did that, it was huge. It was shifting. And prior to that, I already went to Bali to do some shamanic energy healing. I did months of Reiki energy healing. I was doing so much shadow work, which is why I tell you guys all the time that shadow work is literally the best work that you can do when you're trying to manifest, when you're trying to shift your life, when you're noticing that nothing is working for you. That's really what universe is trying to tell you. Do the inner work. There's nothing that can ever compare to doing that deeper work. And the moment that you're able to do that, your whole reality shifts. And that's what happened to me. In November, I did my attunement. It was supposed to be a 21-day cleanse of my energy reintegrating. And it actually took me 2.5 months. When I went in to do my another attunement, I ended up going through a huge realization of understanding that I love traveling. Traveling makes me so happy. When I first started my blog and my content creation, the purpose of me traveling was to impact people, to travel and find themselves, to find a piece of kind of stability through that and bring that home with them. But I noticed as I evolved, as we all do, that more and more, it was more of like, how can I grow within myself consciously while traveling as a conscious being? So when that happened, I ended up doing energy healing and whatnot. And there was a part of me, and this is the part that I want to share with you guys. We are all scared of shedding our old self. I'm scared. I was scared. I'm still in the process of accepting it, even as a healer, of shedding our old self. What does that mean as conscious beings is that when we shift from a space of a different work, a different title, a different idea of who we are, a different identity of who we are, it makes it hard for us because as humans, we do not like change. So part of me wanted to hold that old entity, you know, that old entity of me wanting to go out a lot and all of those things, you know, the pleasures that were actually blocking me from seeing my shadow self. And then it wasn't until much earlier, later than that, I would say about like March. And between January 2020 and March, I was already putting in my intention consciously to be on here and be a conscious mentor and be a healer. I just didn't know that yet. You know, I did a whole 30 days in December going into January, a video every single day, wanting to go into YouTube, wanting a different platform. I was looking for something new already. I was looking for a new platform that I could be myself, my new higher being self. So as I tried to shed and tried to hold on to a part of my old self that the universe was telling me, Shika, you just gotta shed it. Like, you gotta shed it. I was trying to maneuver and I really couldn't draw myself to post content. And then on top of that, we ended up going into a huge shift of the world stopping, right? And we're now at home still many months later. And that's really daunting for people. Think about it. We all had to do some deeper inner work, months and months on end, that you didn't even expect that you would be doing. I know I didn't expect that I would be here. I thought I would be in Peru right now or California and doing all these things that I was, again, doing deeper shadow work. But again, I didn't have to travel that way to do the shadow work. I could have just did it at home here. So by March, by then I was having all these coincidences. I had a lot of you guys and some of you messaging me about things that you went through. And it was right after I did my video talking about my trauma I went through on my video of releasing and healing up with Chica playlist that I have here. You can go check that out, which I referred to earlier in the video. And when I did that video, I just felt so freeing. But prior to that week, so many of you guys told me about your story and saying, Shika, I feel like you can help me. I feel like you can heal me. I feel like there's something here. I don't know what it is. And then I went out with that video and a lot of you were sharing about your experience. And then I said, you know what? I'm meant to be a light worker. People have been telling me this for quite a while, for many years more evidently. And the point of where this whole world decided to put a pause, and I intuitively knew that I couldn't post things that didn't relate to the context of what I wanted to share. That was just more confirmation that I needed to do what I needed to do, right? So at that point, I was like, wow, this is great. I started posting on YouTube. I started posting whatnot. I was still not fully connected on Instagram because, again, in my mind, that name, that perspective was like my older self, right? But it's okay to go back to a place of familiarity and not be the same person. And I want to share that with you guys because as we go back to reality, you're not going to be the same person, and that's completely okay. I know I won't be, I know you won't be, but that's completely okay. And when I didn't post on Instagram, I wanted to make sure that when I went back on that platform, that I was going to be my own self, that I was going to be my true self, that I was going to be who I really wanted to be and be proud behind, you know? And now I am so happy. I am so happy of the person I'm evolving into. I have rebirthed this new person, this new being. I have shedded this part of me that, you know, was great at this time, but has brought me to this new beginning of what I need to do next. And that is to step into the space of being a healer and helping people with soul deep work. That's what I'm meant to come into the space for. And using the power of content creation here to support you guys, to give you something educational from an educational standpoint, being creative, but still making it expressive like I like to. And showing that traveling is great, but you can also learn from so many other cultures of how we can expand our consciousness. Which is why I want to talk more about shamanism, why I want to talk more about, you know, consciousness, and why I want to do an amazing documentaries next year with the world going back to everything, fingers crossed. But I just want you guys to know that. And if this resonates with you, put a heart emoji down below. But I just will know that this was a perfect divine timing. And I think now I'm at a spot where I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to post on Instagram, and I'm ready to be this person and accept this person that I am. And I'm ready to share that evolution and shifts with you guys as I go onto this platform. And it just feels so good. It feels so, so good. So truth be told, with why I didn't post on Instagram, I wasn't ready to still hold on my old self. My conscious self knew that there was a part of me that still needed to be shedded. And it wasn't until I fully felt that way, that I felt like I was in the place that I felt like I can claim what I wanted to be and who I am now, confidently, without shame. And the moment that I did that, I was able to be here. So I really hope that this video really inspired a lot of you guys. As this chaos that's going on in the world, we need to come back in a little bit and to know that it's okay to not be the same person. It's okay to shift. It's okay to change your thoughts, your beliefs, your space of work. It's okay to shift all those things. And it's just a matter of us expanding. And as humans, we have to grow to get more of what we want in our life. We can't just sustain ourselves to be in one space. So I really hope that that shadow work that I did inspires you to do the same, or if you're in the process of doing it, keep going, because it's going to be amazing. I am sending you guys so much love, so much light, so much positivity. Thanks for sitting with me and chatting. It was always great to chat with you guys all the time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do videos every single week for amazing souls, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.